Hello, everyone. Good morning. Thanks for joining the webinar on the talent PreCheck. In this webinar, we are going to present what the talent PreCheck is all about and how it's going to transform the HR process, which can automate some of the process which we cannot automate in the current systems. And also, we will look at how the organizations can benefit from the talent PreCheck. So this is today's agenda. Thanks for taking your busy time and joining the webinar. And I hope this would be more beneficial to your organization. In today's agenda, we are going to explain how the talent PreCheck is going to streamline your HR process. Few of the critical issues that many organizations are facing in today's environment. One of them is moonlighting, particularly in the IT service consulting and services industry. So this is one of the biggest problem many organizations are facing. We are going to look at how we can help in automating the moonlighting detection and monitoring. And another biggest problem is about the offers, people taking offers and just not joining kind of a thing, how we can monitor and give an alerts ahead of time so that HR can prepare ahead of time before the joining dates. And also the employment verifications. We are going to look at how you can automate external employment verification requests and free up HR time. Then we will give a live demo of the our system, how the product is going to work, how it looks like, how secure it is. Okay. Then we open a question and answers. Okay, so what are we going to streamline the HR process on your side? So these are the fundamental challenges that many organizations are facing in current environment where many people are working remotely. One of the challenges is moonlighting alerts. So that is one of the feature we have, which you can automate it, and there's no other product in the market which helps with this moonlighting detection and alerts. The second feature of this product is offers PreCheck. So offers PreCheck will help HR teams to identify if the candidates has any existing offers, and they can take an informed decision, because not always candidates disclose that they have an offers. They come in the last minute, right? So these features will help you to assess the candidates, the market position, to take informed decision. There's another feature. Again, it's a one of a kind of feature that none of the products in the market provides these features. Third one is automating the employment verification. So these are the three key features which are immediately available. But as our product roadmap, we are going to add some more the features which is going to help HR teams streamline with their hiring process. Okay. So let's look at the moonlighting in the first place. So some of the challenges that we are facing is it's increased the remote work. I know with the pandemic, a lot of dynamics have changed. Many people started working remotely, and that opened up an opportunities for them to do multiple jobs, right? So that is a one increase. The remote work is causing this problem, and due to the dual employment, the productivity is coming down, and the employees are too stressed out, causing a project delays, and ultimately impacting the client relationships. I know as an IT industry, so it takes a lot of efforts for the org management to find the customers and get the projects. But if one or two people causing the delays, that is going to impact our client relationship. So this is one of the major challenge many organizations facing, not only the small to medium sized organizations, even bigger companies. So it's an industry wide problem, so which needs an industry wide solution ecosystem to address this problem. And another critical challenges from a legal perspective is employees may deliberately or inadvertently they can share sensitive company information or the company's client information to outside, which is a bigger risk, a legal risk and a reputation to the organization. So that may put us in the legal battle with our clients, and we may end up having a lot of issues. So, and another thing is, because they're working remotely, we don't know with whom they are working. So they may be working for our competitors. And that's again put us in a risk. So they're just, putting more interest on the other and, affecting the primary employer's interests, right? So these are the challenges. As of today, there is no mechanism to detect until we start seeing the problems, like, our project managers complain they are not joining the meetings, they're taking a last minute, leaves or last minute appointments kind of messages, or the clients coming back and saying, hey, even these days we hear from some of our clients, our customers is asking, is your people are doing multiple jobs because they're delaying things and causing troubles. So that's where we are also in the same situation working with our direct end clients, and that's where we face the problem, and we thought, oh, this is an industry-wide problem, so how do we address this problem? So that's how we build this the very cost effective the HR product that helps every organization to mitigate this. So with moonlighting, alert is what we are going to, the product is going to send an alert once you're on this platform. So basically, the platform is going to monitor the moonlighting dual employment for the employees. And when it detects, it will send an alert to the HR team saying that, hey, we detected moonlighting, multiple employments for one of your employees, right? So they will, so then the HR team and the project team can take a corrective actions before it becomes an actual problem with the clients and project, right? So in order to achieve that, monitoring, so we need to have our employees' data on the platform. So that way the platform can detect and notify the respective HR teams, right? So we built, intuitive Excel files where you can, upload your employees' data onto this product. Or we also have a REST APIs which you can integrate with your system, so that the data can be seamlessly pushed from your HR system into the portal. Okay. And the portal is going to be a unique portal as soon as you sign up. So it's going to create your own account, and it's like just like an extension of your HR system, but you're pushing a basic information to the your extended HR system to achieve these benefits, right? So as soon as it detects, so instantly you will get an email notification with the details of the employee who is doing the moonlighting to take a corrective action. So what are the benefits this moonlighting alert brings to each of the organization? So one, early detection of the conflict of interest. So as soon as they take up a second job, and when that organization also pushes their data onto the platform detects a dual employment and it will immediately notify. So basically, early detection will give enough time to the project management team and the HR team to address the problem before we have a trouble with the project deliverables. Okay. And second thing is, it will also enhance the employees' focus and productivity. So basically, whenever the employees is signing your employment terms or employment contract, so you are going to include this in your the term, saying that you are monitoring the dual employment using the talent PreCheck. So the employees or your contractors knows that you have a system in place which monitors if anyone is doing a dual employment. So that itself will start acting as a deterrent from day one, so that they'll be more cautious before they take up another job. And another purpose of you being on the platform and letting your remote employees know that there's a monitoring in place, brings a transparency between the employees or contractors with your organization. So always, if we look at our employment terms, most of the organizations has a non-conflict clause. If any employee wish to take a second employment, so sometimes there is a valid employments as well, right? So they may be a director in another company, they may be taking up some other thing like giving training or something which may not directly conflict with the job they are doing. So in those cases, every organization expects employees to disclose what they are going to do so that organization can determine whether their second activity is going to conflict with their organization or not before they approve, right? So this product brings a transparency between employees and the organizations as well. And second thing is, even in today's world, there is no way for us to enforce our employment terms, even though we have a conflict of interest clause and that employees has to disclose, we have moonlighting policies, but there is no mechanism to enforce these rules. So, but the talent pre-check is going to bring that, enforcement and automating those enforcement of your organization policies, and then alert as is. So, and the most important thing is, again, it avoids the project delays and we make sure our customer relations are not impacted. So we know there's a lot of effort put in by the delivery team, sales teams, and the management to gain the projects from the clients. So this proactive monitoring will really, help us to avoid any impact on our customer relations. Okay, so these are the high level benefits that this moonlighting feature brings in, and technically you don't have to do anything. So only thing is you're maintaining your employees information in the portal along with your HR system. That's all you're doing, but the rest of the monitoring and sending an alerts is taken care of by the system itself. Okay. So moving on to the next, the big feature, one of a kind feature, which is again not available in the market, is the offers PreCheck. So again, offers PreCheck, the main reason is I know every organization is facing, particularly in India, a lot of people are taking an offer, they're accepting it, they're resigning in the current company, because sometimes they'll have 60 days notice period, 90 days notice period. But when they come to the last quarter of their notice period, they start looking for an additional jobs, and they show that I already have an offer. If you give me a better offer, I will join you within like 15 days, or I am immediately available. So that's how they take up an additional job. But what happens to the organization who has given an offer in the first place? They wouldn't even know until the day of joining that this guy is not joining because he took an offer somewhere else, right? So that really putting both HR and the project team in the risk. The reason is we are committed to, once we gave an offer and they accepted it. So as an HR team, we expect them to join on the date they are committed to join. So, and the project team commits to the clients and they work on the onboarding, and the day of joining, that guy disappears, right? So it puts both HR and deliverable teams in a very tough spot with the clients. And then we start looking for an additional resources. Again, that's going to take a time. So that impacts client relations, it impacts organization revenues. So basically what offers PreCheck is going to do for the organizations is, when you are hiring any candidates, you can check if this candidate has any offers, on the platform itself. So platform will tell if this candidate has any offers in any other organizations, so that you can make an informed decision whether you want to make an offer to a guy who has a multiple offers already, or you want to consider someone who doesn't have any offers, who is more likely to join you, right? So that is a one informed decision you can make while making an offers. The second thing is the monitoring, right? So you looked at it and they don't have any offers at the time you're making an offer, but that doesn't mean he don't get another offer by showing your offer to some other organization before joining date, right? So that is where the monitoring comes into the picture. So once it is accepted, the platform keep monitoring if the same candidate got any other offer accepted in any other organization. And as soon as he accepts an offer in another organization, you would get notified that, hey, your candidate who accepted an offer accepted another offer, right? See, accepting is like an contractual agreement, right? So technically, he's breaking the contract that he entered with your organization. So this monitoring will immediately send you an alert as soon as he finds another offer accepted with the other organization. That will give enough time for the HR team and also the project team to find an alternative resources, or HR team can contact this resource and say, hey, so we detected you have accepted another offer. Are you joining us or not, right? At least they can have a conversation and make sure if that candidate is joining with you or not, which will give you enough time to find a backup resources so that you could mitigate the risk of the candidate dropouts and the project impacts. Okay, so again, this is offer check which brings a lot of value to the organizations and HR team to proactively work on it. So these are some of the benefits that I was just explaining. So early detection will give enough time for HR team to make an informed decisions, and they can intervene and hire someone else so that you could minimize the impact on the project's onboarding and client relations. Okay, and this will really help with the workforce planning for the HR team. Okay. Yeah, so we haven't seen this checks anywhere, and particularly in India, we were observing even some of our clients who is onboarding onto these platforms. They were saying, "Yeah, Ram, we see these issues day in and day out, and someone takes offers, accepts it, they don't join. Some people they join, then in a few days they will go off by showing this offer to somewhere else." So this became a bigger problem. So how do we address it? I mean, this needs, again, it's an industry-wide problem, needs an industry-wide solution for us to address this problem. So the talent PreCheck is going to help your organization in addressing these problems. Okay. Then moving on to the third, the biggest feature is an automating responses to employment verification requests. So for our former employees, when they join some other company, every company conducts a background verification for them before onboarding, right? So today, probably you may be getting the employment verification requests from the background verification companies for your former employees, right? So the HR team, when they get an email, when they get a call, they have to connect to the system, they have to look at it, they have to respond it. So it takes that time, right? So imagine a company is having higher attrition rates. So these days, even if we look at Indian IT companies, we have an average 17 to 20% of attrition rate, right? And even if you go to financial institutions, even some of the institutions have 30% attrition rate. So the numbers are big, and we maybe keep getting so many requests from background verification companies. So basically, what Talent PreCheck helps your organization is by keeping your past employees' basic information on the Talent PreCheck platform. Background verification companies can perform an instant verification of the employment with your organization. So without needing them to either calling or sending an email to the HR team. So that will immediately take out the burden on the HR team to responding to these requests. And the second thing is, because the organization is enabling the instant verification of the employment of their past employees, so this will also generate an income as a service fees for providing that facility to the background verification companies. Okay, so this will reduce the work. And second thing is, when all the organizations on this platform, if you are hiring and from an organization which is on this platform, So your employment verification will be instant, and your background verification completes very fast. So today, background verification companies, ID checks, criminal checks, and all these things are online. They pretty much complete in 1-2 days time. But employment verification is where they take 1 week, 2 weeks, because the HR teams are busy with a lot of other high priority tasks. So response maybe is slow. So this platform helps in streamlining that process, and the background verification companies instantly verify your employees' data. Okay. So what are the benefits? It's efficiency and time saving. So HR team doesn't have to spend time in responding to the background verification companies. They are registered on the platform, and they can go and do the verification straight away. So which again, in the live demo, I'm going to demonstrate the features, that 3 features that I'm explaining you now. I'm going to give a live demo how this is going to work in a real time. Okay. And because again, you put your data on the portal, you're enabling an instance, so it gives you the service fees for that. And when it comes to the employees of your former employees, again, as an organization, we do support our former employees, and the employees who has an excellent skills and who did a great job in our organization, we always wish for them to come back to us when in the future as well. So that's where we every organization continue to support the former employees with their employment verifications. So this improves them, because their background verification completes will be faster, and their onboarding will be faster. They'll be very happy. So, and this platform is when it comes to scalability, be it your 10 your past employees, maybe 10 people, 100,000, 20,000, 30,000, the platform can handle any number of employees that you wanted to put, you have. So it's very scalable, and it's very consistent because it's the system of the record. So it's very consistent. Employment verification will be happens faster and with accuracy. Okay, so I'm going to demonstrate that feature as well, and what the background verification companies see, and what information they get, how they validate. Okay. Yeah, that covers the 3 key features that are available right now on the platform for every organization to make use of it. But how does it going to work, right? So every organization, they can visit our talentprecheck.com, and they can sign up for the portal account. Once they sign up, we have a compliance team who validates the authenticity of the company, and they're going to verify the company's credentials, and making sure we don't have anyone who is trying to manipulate or put a data of some other company, kind of a thing. We don't want any bad actors on this platform. So that's where we have a compliance team who is going to validate every organization that is being registered, whether they are authentic, and they are registered, they are genuine companies, and before they allow them to get access to the platform. Okay. So once the registration and the registration is approved, so you get an access to the portal wherein you can upload your employees' data. There's an Excel tool. That's what I'm going to demonstrate in the live demo. And you can integrate with HR, and we have APIs, we have complete authentication mechanism. So you can push the data from your system into the portal. So it's a one way, the data is coming from you into the portal, because this is your free extended HR system. So you are pushing the data. So there is no way for portal to connect to your system. It's one way. So you are the one who is controlling everything what comes in. Okay. So once data is on the platform, so our algorithms on the back end will do a continuous analysis of your the employee records for any moonlighting or Can you guys still hear me okay? Okay, can you hear me now? Looks like there's some network issue in between. Okay, yeah, thanks for the confirmation. Okay, yeah, so this is how the process works. It's very simple, registration and the data integration, and you're up and running within a day time. Okay, and we have a team who could help with all your onboarding and migration. Okay, now the most important thing from HR perspective and the organization perspective, right? So now I'm an organization registered on the portal, and it's an extension of my HR, and I'm placing some of my employee information, right? So what information is visible during the verifications, right? So we have to be very careful because it's a sensitive information, right? So during the employment verification, when the background company verifies, for your former employees, it will only display the information that you are currently sharing with them. So basically, most of the information is available in the experience letter that you provide, which is what they submit to the other background verification companies, right? They wanted to make sure whatever is the information we provided in the experience letter is authentic and it's a valid, right? So that is what the background verification company is looking at the organization to confirm those details. So pretty much the same information is what you're going to, background verification companies are going to see. Nothing else, no more information. So whatever is relevant is what is confirmed to them. So maybe in a live demo, I'll show you what information background verification company sees. And when it comes to an offers pre-check, again, it doesn't disclose which of the companies the candidate has offers with, but it will tell you he does have an offers, whether they are in a release, like when they got multiple offers, and if they are any accepted, right? So as if you look at from a candidate perspective, they can attend interviews for 10 different companies. They may get 10 different offers, but finally they are going to make an acceptance. That is what every company is interested in, right? So whoever is accepted is what is we want to ensure they join us. So when you do an offers pre-check, the information what we get is whether they have an offers or not, so that we as an HR team make an informed decisions. The second is, if they have any multiple accepted offers, then we can take a corrective action. So, but it doesn't disclose which all companies they have received an offers with. So that's where we want to keep companies confidential information, not to share with other companies. Okay, so it's very secure. Again, moonlighting alerts, it doesn't, the information go anywhere. It's only notifications to your own HR team if any of your employees or contractors are doing the moonlighting. So you will get the details of who that employee is, like first name, last name, their employee ID. So that you know which exactly employee that you have to work with and resolving that moonlighting issues. So the information on this platform is a very secure, it's a very minimal, and it will only share what is relevant for the purpose of these features. Okay. Now, coming to the data privacy. So this is the most important thing in today's world. The data is a critical piece of information for every organization. And so this product is designed in such a way that no one will have access to your employees' data, so except your own organization who has an admin rights to access. No one else will have access. So, and it's just an extension of your HR system. Data is yours. So you're not giving data to anybody, including a talent pre-check. You're not giving the data to the talent pre-check. So this is just like, for example, we have a Oracle Cloud ERP, right? So when we take an Oracle Cloud ERP, Oracle gives us an instance where we are going to use it and put all our financial data or HR data in it, right? So the whole data belongs to the organization, they maintain it. So it's exactly here. So it's your own data, your own portal, you own maintain it. So that data cannot be accessed by anyone else except those services that we just described. So that is again specific to an employee, not all the employees' data. And this product is compliant with all global standards. It complies with GDPR, CCPA, US, and other international data privacy regulations. So to comply with the regulations, again, the product is built in such a way, the India related data stores within India. So the data doesn't go outside of that country specific data centers. Okay. So your data resides in India itself. And we have the same portal for US customers in the US, and the data that they use on this platform remains within the US data centers. So we ensure this product complies with all global data privacy standards. And again, it's a full transparency. So the product is built as a very clear, easy to understand policies. So its complete transparency is maintained, how the data is maintained, how secure it is, and even the bigger companies are interested in doing an audits, how secure the data is, who has access it. So we are open, and they can come and audit our systems anytime, so that they get an assurance that it's completely secured, right? So we maintain that full transparency for every organization. And the most important thing with the data privacy laws is data minimization. So whatever data you are extending onto this portal, as I mentioned, this is your extension of your own HR system. It's not, you're not giving data to anybody, right? But again, how much data you push to this platform to get the benefits of these features, right? So very minimal data that is needed to get the benefits. So you don't push entire data. So in a live demo, I'm going to show you what set of information that you would be putting it on this your extended HR system to get the benefits, so that you'll understand how minimal data that you'll be keeping here to reap the benefits. Excuse me. Now comes to the platform security, right? So we built this product on a Zoho secure platform, which is trusted by 6 million users worldwide. So they have so many products, and so many applications are built on top of the Zoho infrastructure, so which has multi-layered protection against cyber threats. So we built on a very trusted infrastructure where our data and users everyone is secured. And when it comes to the access control, it's a role-based access controls. So no one will be able to look at the data of other users. So it's strictly controlled. So from your organization, only your admin can see whoever has signed up. So that admin only will be able to see the data on this portal. No one else, even from your organization, right? So we have a role-based access controls. And data is encrypted in transit as well as at rest. So that way it is assured, if there is any data breach, something happens, data is encrypted, so it is secure. And we have a continuous monitoring in place. If there is any security issues or anything, we have continuous monitoring, continuous updates on the infrastructure, which mitigates any issues with systems. Okay. So these are some of the integrations. We are also building an integration ahead of time, so that it helps our customers to onboard much faster and automate as much as possible. Excuse me. So we have already built an integrations with Joho People, Joho Recruit, and currently my team is building, integrations with Keka and Grey HR as well. And apart from that, we have a REST API, which is live and available for any organization who would like to push the data from their HR systems into the portal. So we have REST APIs available with all authentication in place. Okay, I think that covers most of the features and about the platform. So maybe I will give you a quick demo of the product. Okay, so once you get an access, once you register and approved, you get an access. So basically, this is how when you log into the portal. So this is how you see you land on a dashboard where it shows the various the parameters, right? So it will show if there is any employees moonlighting, it will show the numbers here for you. And when you go to the here, the employees, so this is where you can manually create an employees, which I'm not expecting you to create each record manually. So we have an Excel template and Excel import process, which we will share the templates with you. So I wanted to just share what information that you are pushing onto this portal from your HR system, right? So basically your employee ID, first name, last name, date of birth, and employment type, whether it's a full-time, part-time, contract, and trainee. Then where they are working, the location details. So some of the details are optional, so they're not like the mandatory that you have to share all the information. And one thing you notice, this portal will not have your employees' contact information, neither their phone numbers nor their email IDs or anything, because that is not required for any of these services, right? So that's how we minimize it. And second thing is, and their working hours, again, the working hours are required because there are valid scenarios where they are part-time employee, you are okay to work with them and another part-time job outside of your working hours. So that is where you can publish what hours are important, so that bot will our platform will look at those scenarios as well. Okay. Then the employee PAN number, that is the most important one. That is a unique identifier to perform all these services across the employers. So when offer is released, you can place an offer valid from valid to dates. An employment start date is mandatory, and if they have resigned or relieved, so you can put an employment end date. And we do have employee vendor and PAN numbers and client details, because sometimes in the IT industry, so we do take a contractors from some of our prime vendors. So that's where you can maintain from which vendor you are hiring and which client you are placing them. So that way, when it is moonlighting is running, even though the same employee information is present on the platform from the vendor, from your organization, from the client, so it the system does understand. So it's only one person. There is a the relation between client, vendor, and sub vendor concept. So it does handle those scenarios very carefully before flagging it as a moonlighting. Okay. And in each organization, so how policies are different, right? So in employment terms, we'll say there is a conflict of interest. If they're taking up another job, they need to disclose. So when they disclose, an organization approves, yeah, you're doing a training which doesn't impact your job, so we are okay to take up second job, right? In those cases, you can go and flag, I approved a second job, yes, right? So when you say approved second job is yes, it doesn't flag as a moonlighting when it detects another training role on this platform. And similarly, you're hiring a part-time and they're working another part-time, but you want them to dedicatedly work within your working hours, so that you don't want them to do two projects in the same time. So in those cases, you can say yes. Then the system will monitor if they are doing a second job with the same working hours. So if they are working outside of the working hours, then it will not flag as moonlighting. But if they are working in the same time that they're committed to your organization, then it will flag. So you have a lot of flexibility on maintaining your employees' data, whether they are approved for second job, not approved, and what level. you can configure this system up to even an hour level to detect a moonlighting. Okay, so it has a lot of flexibility and handles a lot of different scenarios that is possible with a moonlighting. There are valid scenarios, it doesn't flag. If there is not valid, then it flags it. Okay. Yeah, so that's how we keep the data as minimal as possible on this platform. So that way, so we are not keeping any of the package information, any of the contact information, any other information which is very sensitive to the organization, not to the portal. Okay. So now moving to the employees report, and if you see for this organization, there are no employees. Let's say I have registered it, and in the profile, it will show this organization details that are registered. And this is where you have an option to either enable, disable that moonlighting alert. How this will work is when the moonlighting alert is active, then the system is actively monitoring for your employees, and it will send a notification when it detects. But if you say, yeah, I don't want the alert to be received, you can disable it. Even if it detects it, it will not send you the alert. Okay. So you have a control over enabling this moonlighting alert feature here. Okay. So now let's go here. I'm going to import this an Excel way. You can just maintain your download data into Excel format from your HR systems, and you can upload it as well. Okay, you just select an Excel template. You just go to the next. So basically the system will automatically map to the system fields, each of these fields. For example, this one, again, they are working from a demo to organization. So you exactly the same details you populate. And as soon as you import it, system, the algorithms run on the background. And when it detects it, it flags the, the moonlighting flag. So I'll go ahead and click import the data. The 2 employees records got imported. I'll close this. See, now the 2 employees from the Excel directly imported into the system. So now when I go here, do I see this particular record? This employee is a contractor, but he's working with some other company as well, right? So as soon as your data comes onto the platform, it flags that record as is moonlighting, right? So when you go to the dashboard, it will always show how many employees are moonlighting here for you. Okay, so it will just detect instantly as soon as the data comes in. So sometimes what happens is when other organization uploads also, it will automatically flag your thing, and it will send a notification for you. So it doesn't have to be when you upload or update or create the records. When they take up job when some other organization, when they push the data to the portal, it will automatically flag the records and you get a notification. Okay. Yeah, that's how the moonlighting works. So it's instant. So every minute the system is monitoring. When it detects, it flags it, and it will send a notification for you. Okay. So that's about the moonlighting. And when we go to the verification, as I mentioned, there are 2 features here. One is the offer check, which a HR team can check if when we are hiring any candidate, whether they have any offers before we make a decision. So this just need a PAN number, because whenever we are, hiring a candidate, so we always, get their ID details. So we always have a PAN number. Excuse me. So we can go search based on the PAN number. So it's going to show you, that employee first name, last name, PAN number, those details, mostly you have it. It will tell you whether this candidate has 2 active offers, and 0 being offer released, 2 being offer accepted. So that means this candidate has 2 accepted offers in the hand. So that's where we, as a HR, need to make a decision whether we want to continue with this guy, or we want to look at someone else who doesn't have offers, who might most likely to join, right? So this is how you get to know if they have any offers. So I'll show one more candidate details. If I look for another PAN number, it will show the employees, and it says, there's only 1 offer released, and this candidate doesn't have any accepted offers, right? So then HR can say, okay, he hasn't accepted offers anywhere else, but because he has one offer in hand, there is a potential for him to demand a more salary, right? So that is a one potential that HR can keep in mind, that yeah, there is a slight risk that this guy asked for a more salary, right? So that will help us to make a decision on whether how we wanted to continue, we want to continue someone else, right? So so that's how the offers check will work. And also when it is monitoring, yeah, you don't have to do anything once candidate accepted your offer, and if they accept something else before joining, you get an alert automatically. So that feature is coming within a couple of weeks, so that it continuously monitoring for your candidates who accepted offers, if they accept any offers before they join. Okay. Let me demonstrate that third feature, the employment check. So this mostly the background verification companies use this feature because they are also going to register on this platform as one of the users. So then only they will have ability to do this employment check. They all go through a vetted process. So I mean, so that way they only get access to this. So what employment verification companies do is, instead of reaching out to the HR team, your HR team with email or phone calls, they can come to the portal. They can say, okay, this employee offer letter or experience letter shows he worked in employer demo organization 1, and the PAN number is this. They just go and search whether this employee is genuinely worked in demo org 1, right? So this is the information that background verification will get to see when they do the employment verification. So they see first name, last name, PAN number. These details they already have. It's not something new that we are giving. Employer name and all these details mostly available in the experience letter. So the what this platform is helping is, it is genuinely coming from the organization where the employee works. So it is directly coming from an organization. So that is how it is an authentic for background verification companies say, yeah, his employment is genuine, right? So with this exactly the same information, background verification company will also receive an email with these details. Apart from this information, they don't get to see any other details that this portal has. Their working hours, location, all those things will not be confirmed. So mostly the HR, even background verification companies reach out. This is most of the information that HR confirms back to them. So which is automated now. Okay. So that is the end of the features live demo. So we'll open up for Q&A. Yeah, please do let me know if you have any questions on the platform or on the features. We would be happy to clarify. Yeah, basically the next steps is, yeah, we don't need to wait. You can just sign up free on our portal and get access to the platform and host your data. Then the system is up and monitoring for you on the background. We have few more 4 more minutes. Anyone of you have any questions, we are happy to answer. So also we are happy to connect with you one-on-one if you want any personal demo or have any any additional questions, or you have any policy level features or something which you want more in-depth understanding on how you can enforce your organization policies. So we are very happy to have one-on-one calls and the demo as well. Yeah, so you do get the webinar recording after the session is completed. Yeah. So one last thing I want to add while we wait for any other questions is, yeah, as I mentioned, a lot of our companies work both in India and USA. So this portal is available in both the markets. Yeah, so it can help monitoring in both the countries. So, and another thing is the way this platform is built, even my own companies like Talent PreCheck Private Limited in India and Unique ERP Inc. in the USA, if we want to use these features, we also need to register just like any other organization. So just because this product is built by our company cannot mean we can use these features without us registering it. So this is built in such a way it is completely independent, and we ourselves have to register as a customer to use these platform features. So that that much secure it is. So even my organization employees cannot access the production data of any of the customers on the platform, including my own organization. So yeah, we consider data security and privacy that serious to ensure it is completely independent for every company, and it works without compromising any data privacy and access. Yeah, please do let me know if any more questions. We have 1 more minute before we wrap up the webinar. So I think we are at time. So thanks everyone for taking your time and joining us. Hope this webinar provided all the details that is needed for you to evaluate further. And please do reach out to us at support@talentprecheck.com. So we are happy to have one-on-one calls and help you with onboarding or have any further questions on how this platform can help your organizations. Yep. Thanks, everyone. Have a good day.